Yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm out here. Christmas Day coffee in the woods. That's what I'm going to do. We did our Christmas last night, so we do ours on Christmas Eve a lot of times. That way, everybody's older, working, stuff like that. In case we got other plans, we always do it on Christmas Eve, So, wife was sleeping in, kids were sleeping in, and I decided to come out here to the woods. Why not? Only thing we got planned today is a dinner tonight. Other than that, that's it. I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas, though. Hope everything, family, friends, got everything you wanted. My best gift I can get is just my family being safe, healthy, and happy. Other than that, everything else is a bonus. But I figured I'd come out here in the woods. It's about 40 degrees today, cloudy. There was some snow in the state. But it's not making it to the ground, they say. So, yeah. So all you people up north, I'm freaking jealous. Golly. Seeing your videos, seeing on the news. Got some friends on Facebook that are up north, up in Maine and stuff like that. I'm just like, good Lord. Nothing here. Got snow about an hour south of here a couple days ago. I think it was 23rd, something like that. They got about an inch or so of snow. Just an hour south of us. They got nothing. So, anyway, we can get this coffee going, and I'll get back with you. I got my coffee off. So you can see, you guys that watch my videos and stuff, I rearranged my little fireplace that I have here back up against this and everything. So added a few rocks to it and everything, stones, bricks, whatever. And might put one back behind it, I don't know, but I'm using one as a seat, so it just depends. But so far it's working pretty good, and it's putting out a lot of heat, which is nice on this cold evening. But let my coffee steep a little bit. We'll get back to you. Looks a little thin. Doesn't look that dark. Well. Oh well. I guess I could flavor it up a little bit. I don't think I put enough in there. So. There we go. Love Christmas time, though. I always like this time of year. Everything from Halloween on. Mid October to the end of the year, and always like the holiday part of it, because it's like it is like holiday after holiday, bam, 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 and because there's like 4 in a row basically. There's Halloween, and there's Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. But I just like the time of year. I love it. I love the weather. Like I said, I think it's only high supposed to be 40 today. There's a wind going, so there is a wind chill. So this fire feels good. So it does feel colder than 40, but not by much. But one of my favorite things that I do, one of my own personal traditions that I do for Christmas is the movie, A Christmas Carol. I gotta watch it at least once every year. And I love that. I love the story. Always have, which is kind of odd, you'd think for me. But I love that story. I love the Christmas Carol. It was a great story. And but I love watching the movie. But there's only, there's 3 of them that I like, 3 versions of it, which is the old black and white version, which I actually saw like 2 years ago for the first time, that one. And I thought it was very good. I don't even know who was in it. It was made in the 30s or something, 40s. I think it's 30s, something like that, 38 or something like that. And of course, the one with George C. Scott, which great actor is Patton. He's just a great actor in general. But that one's a great one. And then the one the newer one with Patrick Stewart, that's been out. It's been out for several years, of course, but that's a great version too. He's a great actor. And but those are the only ones that I like. I don't like any cartoon, animated version, any other bullshit. I don't like any of that. So just those 3. Those are mine. That's my tradition. That's my personal annual tradition. Just gotta watch that movie at least once a year. And then every time at Christmas time also, I'm a history buff, and I like a lot about history. I always have. And one of the things that I like and that I think about around Christmas time is, some of you may be familiar with it, is during World War I. The Americans and the Allies and stuff, we were fighting the Germans, not the Nazis. This is prior to that, but World War I. But there was, trench warfare, all that stuff like that. What a miserable war. I think that would probably have been the most miserable war of all. I always think of it basically like Civil War tactics with a little bit more modern weaponry and just the conditions. Shitty conditions. Wow, what a crazy war. But anyway, they're all terrible. They're all terrible. But is the story about the Christmas truce. If you're not familiar with that, look it up. I think they should really make it like a motion picture movie about that. It would be awesome, as long as they can keep it pretty accurate. Most of those people that were involved with that are most likely already dead, because it happened so long ago, almost 100 years ago probably. Because I think World War I started 1916, 17, something like that. But no, that's where it's Christmas truce between the Americans and the Germans. The English, they celebrated Christmas together. They ate. They played. There was a truce declared. They played games. They played football and soccer and all kinds of stuff like that, and laughed and there's pictures of them. I mean, there's like motion picture video and pictures of them all hanging out together. The enemy, hanging out with them. Christmas truce. Next day it was over with. They went back to fighting. But an amazing story, amazing story. So if you're not familiar with the Christmas truce, look it up. It's a pretty awesome story. I'm gonna sit here, enjoy some coffee, and get back with you. Just a beautiful, peaceful area. Beautiful, peaceful area. There's the rock. Got a breeze blowing up. I can feel it. As you can see, we have no snow whatsoever. None at all. Thinking about doing a camp in this area sometime. Right here. It's kind of just surrounded by trees. Just a little area. Cow path though, so, but yeah, so it's just a little open area. We're kind of enclosed, you know. So yeah, down over here. Well, there's a nice little area too. Kind of a hangout spot would be cool. Yeah, right here. A nice little flat area. I don't know. Possum hole or skunk hole or something right there. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the fire. One thing I found out the other day about these kettles. Right there. Fits in there pretty good. That fits in there real good. So, yeah. In case you wanted to know. The more you know, you know. I got a guy who subscribed to me the other day and then asked me, he's a fellow Okie here in Oklahoma, and I can't think of the name of his channel, but it was a Sasquatch something. I guess he's one of those Bigfoot hunters, you know, and things like that, so, which is cool, you know, which is cool. But he asked me in a comment if I'd ever seen anything or had any experience. And I personally have not. I would like to. It'd probably scare the shit out of me, but I'd like to. I'd like to see something. I do believe in Bigfoot. You know, some people may look at you crazy, you know, for that, but I do, because there's a lot about our planet we don't know. We're discovering new stuff all the time, and it's possible, you know, for something like that to exist. And, you know, with all the sightings and stuff, there's got to be bunches of them, you know. But I have heard stories around here since I was a kid, basically, you know, that people have seen things around here. And I do know that Oklahoma has quite a few sightings. And, you know, there's even I see a lot of people driving around here on their on the back of their vehicles. They have like a sticker that has some kind of Bigfoot, you know, image on it. You know, it's kind of a stick image of a, you know, of a Bigfoot. But so there's some kind of group around here or something like that that's, you know, into that go hunt you know, hunt for them and try to, you know, see them and film them and things like that. So my only issue is when it comes to Bigfoot, and same way with UFOs and stuff like that. This is 2017, almost 2018. Your phone has a better camera on it than almost anything, you know. Cameras now have high definition quality images, you know, being able to image and image stabilization and the whole works. Why are some shit still blurry? It's like, come on now, you know. Why is shit still blurry in 2017, almost 2018? You know, so I don't want to hear any excuse. You have no excuse for blurry images. But no, he asked me that though, and I wasn't directing that at him. I was just directing that in general. But yeah, I do believe in it, and I would like to see one. But no, I have not had an encounter. And if any of you guys have, put down there in the comments. I'd like to know. You know, any kind of strange experiences, whether it be Bigfoot or UFOs or something, because, I'm not going to get into it because I don't have a lot of time on my camera, but I have seen what I think was a UFO, and it was pretty distinct. It was at night, of course, but it was one of those the classic V pattern. Of course, it was more in a shape of a check mark with the lights, but it was those single individual orb lights, amber lights. And I saw this in 1989 when I lived in Chickasha, Oklahoma. I saw this, and it was, rather close. It looked probably the whole from one end to the other, looked about that big in the sky, about a foot. If you look up and look at it, take a ruler and hold it like that, about a foot, that's how close it was, to me. I didn't see any shape of anything. I just saw the lights all moving together in a pattern, no sound whatsoever. And I've seen videos of stuff similar to that. So when you see like orbs, any of those UFO videos, if you ever see any, and you see these orbs that are like together, that's basically what it was. But it was in the shape of this check mark, so it was like a dot, 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 dot. So, but yeah, that's the only thing I've ever had. But I wasn't out anywhere. I was actually at my house in my yard. So, but anyway, there you go. That's my little story. That's my Christmas gift to you. Go ahead, call me crazy. I don't know what it was, but it was a UFO. I mean, it wasn't anything else. There was nothing. And it just moved off across the sky and disappeared. And that was it. Very interesting. Never forget it. That was like 1989. But I remember it like yesterday, distinct. Very cool. Because when I first saw it, I was like, what in the hell? Too bad it wasn't in the daytime, though. Maybe there was something bigger there, but I don't know. Anyway. Yep. True story. Well, I think it's about time to piss in the fire and call the dogs home. I want to say I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. Mine was good. I just wanted to come out here on Christmas Day, have a Christmas Day campfire coffee in the woods, So, that's what I want to say is hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Hope you have a good one. Friends, family, the whole works. I hope so. And I hope you all have a good one. I really do, And appreciate every one of you. So have a Merry Christmas and have a Happy Christmas.